I'm England. If you would care to join me, I can make you some tea. You know, this year is the 50th anniversary of the British invasion, so I've been going through some of my things from the 60s. The 60s. I kind of have mixed feelings about it. I mean, there was a decay of social order. There were abundance of flamboyance, drugs, and alcohol use. There was also a fall of social taboos, which at the time would have been racism and sexism. Things like that impact schools and such. For the first time, though, there was movements and petitions for colored rights, women's rights, and even the LGBT community. The 60s really did boost my economy with the British invasion, which was mostly bands of the time, making themselves known, like the Who, Rolling Stones, and of course the leading band of the time, the Beatles. The fashion also changed as well. I even influenced France in the terms of fashion. I did manage to find what I wore back then. Here it is. Good God. I wore this. I'm surprised the mouse didn't get to it. Well, you know, Vogue and Time magazine did say that I was the most swinging of the time. I suppose this was fashionable then. Maybe I'll try it on for old time's sake. Do you mind? Oh, hello! Welcome to my groovy flat. Please, make yourself at home. I could make you some rum and coke, or if that's not your bag, I could whip you up some tea. Alright, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm England, and things right now are just swinging with all the bands. The Who, Rolling Stones, and of course the leader of the psychedelic frontier, the Beatles. All of them have gone pretty international at the moment. But first, let me tell you a secret. Even Germany's a Beatles fan. The bands have toured many countries, all of them having a unique response. Scotland, Wales, Ireland, they were the first I showed off to. Sweden, Netherlands, Denmark, they heard a bit too. Hong Kong, Japan, Italy too, although they never did a live performance in Italy. France, oh God. His response, it was obvious that he was jealous, but the weird thing is that it wasn't the normal screech of the girls, it was more of a roar of the men. And America, at first he kind of shrugged it off, but then when I Want to Hold Your Hand came out, he just came down with Beatlemania. What I find neat is wherever the Beatles went to, they seem to inspire all of them in a way. I mean, did you think such a groovy culture came out of nowhere? There's a bohemian influence in the way some things are now. A very optimistic cultural revolution. Things have become very laid back since the World War II days. Such a stiff I was then. That's empty. Working too hard, having no fun, but this day and age I can just relax and kick off my shoes, have a fun time. This is the age of love and peace, my friends. You know, Ringo of the Beatles had that catchphrase, love and peace, then would show this off. This, however, was used in the campaign, pardon, little tipsy right now. This was originally used in the V for Victory campaign, and back in the 40s, you know, but this other guy, Crowley, he came in and tried to say that he invented it as a magical foil to the swastika. The other peace sign was right here, the other peace sign. This is called the CND, Campaign for Nuclear Disarmament. This was used on the forefront of the peace movement. The idea was to end war, minimize interhuman violence, and it was also linked to the goal of achieving world peace. The swinging 60s, it's all about change.